Hey everybody, I'm playing RE2, giving Claire B for a bit of fun. Hey Clem, how you doing? You doing good? Still got the vibration pack plugged in, so we get the rumble. That's nice. And without any further ado, let's do some Claire B. That's probably better. I should probably make a Claire A save for one of these. Which means I need to play through Leon B at some point.
In the midst of the T-virus outbreak in Raccoon City, Leon Kennedy succeeded in escaping from the city following his encounter with one of the only other survivors.
Watch out for the T-virus.
A spy seeking the deadly G-virus. However...
Ada, wait.
Leon was not the sole survivor of the incident. A girl named Claire Redfield was in town on business of her own. She came to uncover
with mail.
Mysterious circumstances
that sounds
of her brother's disappearance.
dull.
Chris Redfield, a member of the STARS Alpha team. Only now, her mission has become quite simple.
Yeah, the IRS seems kind of like
survival within
the IRS
was once Raccoon City.
I need to figure the proper aspect ratio for this. The HD upscaler I've got for the Dreamcast that makes the capture card actually register the VGA input stretches it, but it doesn't stretch it all the way, not all the time. Kind of weird. Like the Dreamcast splash screen fills the screen, but like games don't. It's weird. This is where we need to burn the establishment down, Clem. Burn it all down.
Guy's a maniac. Why'd he bite me?
Fire. Why did he bite that man? Some questions we'll never know the answer to.
Hello? Is anyone here?
I've not played RE2 on anything but Dreamcast in months.
Hello?
I really should get around to doing that Nintendo 64 playthrough someday.
Hello? Look, I'm sorry.
Probably smells like gas station burgers.
Just don't come
As a good explanation, Star, that is now official Mecha Chrono canon. I'm just going to add that to the book.
Wait! Don't shoot!
Get down!
We can't stay out here. Head to the police station. It'll be a lot safer.
Well,
There!
the remake has the graphic
Buckle up.
thing of the zombie ripping the guy's neck out. That's kind of it.
What's going on? I arrived in town, and the whole place went
Great.
insane.
The radio's out.
You're a cop, right?
Yeah, first day on the job. Great, huh? Name's Leon Kennedy. Nice to meet you.
Does the chat look too small like this?
Claire Redfield. I came to find my brother, Chris.
Let me get up the stream. How does the chat look? It's kind of far down.
Hey, could you open the glove box?
Sure. There's a gun inside.
Better take it with you.
Yeah. I've always said, like, the zombie looks basically exactly like Leon.
You okay?
Still in one piece.
Yeah, that seems okay. What about him? Yeah, so it's not bad. Let's move it up a little more now. That's probably fine.
Claire!
Leon!
I'm okay.
I was debating doing an RE3 playthrough, but I've still not gotten that down to under 3 hours. I don't really want to be on. I don't really want to be on here past 1 o'clock. I like Claire B. Claire B is kind of underrated. Plus, we get to play with the fun that is the Striker DC controller, which I'm quite fond of. It's been a good controller. And the longer I pause doing RE3, the longer I don't have to deal with them switching the buttons. I don't like that they did that for the Dreamcast games. RE2 has that, but RE2 on Dreamcast also lets you fully customize the controls. So you don't have to deal with it. But RE3 is unfortunately not treated as well. And then Code Veronica's just like, nah, fuck you, deal with it. Alright. Zombies have now entered the parking lot, and we can never go back there again. Alright, make it up the stairs without getting bit. Come on, baby. Make it work. Meow. 10 out of 10. Would dodge again. How you doing, Star?
Hey! Get over here! Hurry! I can't set her down. I'll drop you a rope ladder. Grab onto it. Come on. Just a little more.
Yeah, the mustache is quite similar.
Get off me!
You doing good? That's good. That is good.
Stay back. Don't come any closer. Stay back.
Oh, Ninja turns up to watch his favourite scenario. Fun fact, Dreamcast version is the only version of Resident Evil 2 on console to have full screen FMVs. The only other version to get that is the PC version. And good luck getting a legitimate copy of the PC version. These are good buttons. No, that's the DS version. The VMU is a nice little touch. RE2 gives it... health display, ammo display, and current weapon display. Oh, the full screen FMV. You know, I'm not sure if it's extra or if it's stretched. I'd have to compare. I don't think it's cropped. No. And let's take this guy out. I want these acid rounds. Grab the handgun bullets. The herb behind the desk isn't necessary. Oh. That was a little close. Could have got Nesta. Yeah, no, I'd have to compare, and I don't remember the exact specifications off the top of my head. It's minute details, if anything is added or missing. So it's nothing you would notice without paying close attention. I do need the spade key. Claire B does need the spade key, it's Leon B that doesn't. Knife. Handgun. 30 rounds. I do like how clean the Dreamcast version looks when you run it through through VGA. Like, the models look super crisp. It's really nice. My only real complaint is that the backgrounds look a lot more... I don't know if to say blurrier, but like, it looks like there's more artifacts in on it. It just stands out because of the crisper character models. Alright, let's go. Unicorn medal, grab the spade key, grab the grenade launcher. Is it Brad? Is it Brad? Where's the key card in? It's in the painting room. Spade key. Let's leave Brad. Let's not go for the alternate costume. We always go for the alternate. Let's leave it for now. We so rarely get to see Claire in her regular costume on this stream. Dump in. No, it's fine. At some point, I probably do want to chronicle the specific differences in-game on a room-to-room basis between the versions. But God knows if I'll ever get around to that. Like the alleyway in the A scenario Some versions has 1 zombie, some has 2, some it doesn't have any. And I'm never sure what the distinction is. Like, why that is. I don't remember if it's specific versions or what. Of course, doing that would also probably be a good idea to include the Japanese release and the original version alongside DualShock. Yeah, it's a nice idea. I'll probably never get around to it. That'd be an idea for Teak. Teak might be into that idea. Anyway. I was debating skipping this fight because all you get from it is some handgun bullets. And if we decide to skip it, then we don't have to pick up the grenade launcher, which means we don't have to go downstairs until we've got the card key. Bada bing. The handgun bullets will probably do us some good for a while, though. Question becomes, at what point do I want to switch to the bowgun? Okay, grab card key. Kill this son of a bitch. Gonna call bullshit on that. Alright, let's go. Dump off basically everything. Keep the key card and the aid key. Herbs go down here. And we're good. Alright. Yeah, if you choose to skip the Mr. X fight, which, like, at worst, you'll probably take, like, a single punch, if you do. Possible to get around him, but you're probably going to take a punch. It means you don't have to come down here until you've got the keycard. Makes things faster. Less redundancy. Circle round, head up to the top. We want to avoid the library for a while. Two zombies? 3 zombies. 2? 2. Do I ever come in here again? Maybe to drop some stuff off later. I miscounted that. Thought it was on 12 instead of 13. Yeah, well. No liquor here in the B scenario. Body twice. You do clear A Leon B, all that's here for Leon is a first aid spray. In the A scenario, it's the crank, and Claire gets the lighter in B. Which means Leon in B can just skip the spade key entirely, never pick up the unicorn medal. Getting a lighter here though is nice because it means we can grab the jewel on the first pass of the operation room. That's less backtracking, so that's nice. Around this way, pick up the extra handgun bullets. One day maybe I'll optimize my route for this, but probably not, honestly. I could have probably got around the back of that guy. Zombies? No. Diamond key. Diamond key? Diamond key. Circle through the office a lot earlier in B scenario. It's good to do Claire B. I don't do Claire B anywhere near as often as Leon B. So remembering the specific differences is pretty fun. Do that in complete silence to appreciate the moment. The red jewel. Alright, Claire B, the diamond key replaces the unicorn medal. Leon!
Leon!
It's good to see you're still among the living. It looks like we're not gonna find your brother here after all.
What's with the green lines? Yeah, thanks.
There's no reason for us to stay any longer than necessary.
But now we're gonna get the
Split
best
up
weapon in the
before
game.
any survivors
The
get
bow
out of
gun.
here.
Right.
One last thing. Here's a radio. Take it. That way we can keep in touch if anything happens.
Okay, grab that. Grab the bow gun. It will be important for us as the zombie clearer. So apparently, some companies in the US still use fax machines. It's kind of weird. So, as we learned last time I did Claire B on stream, this is actually a distraction. There is absolutely no purpose to following her. Because the real goal is to head downstairs. Just got the diamond key after all. Dump the jewel. Marvin should be dead. I can't recall a time when I haven't killed him in a scenario. Didn't know about that for years, that Marvin can appear in B scenario if you don't kill him in A. Because why wouldn't you kill him in A? Isn't this room empty on B? Yeah. But the West office isn't. But I do have the handgun bullets for it. It's not as though the zombies all crowd around her. If it's not even like I need to kill them, I'm never coming back here. Hey, Clem. I don't know, what are you doing, Clem? And I ran. God damn it to hell. That guy's on farewell. I don't know how much ammo I've got left. It was the perfect timing, yay. Oh, you bastard. Oh yeah, that was Star. Oh, being with that funny bloke that he is. Alright, where we're going now? Chief's office. And I ran so far away. Yeah, I've been thinking, like, since I said the channel's focus is going to be primarily on RPGs going forward, and I removed Code Veronica from the Point Redemption, and I said I'll just do Code Veronica because at least 2 people were saving up for that. I'm thinking about when I'm actually going to do Code Veronica. And do I do the original Dreamcast version or the... oh, X? Yeah, you probably were. Ninja, I know, was saving up for it. He wasn't happy when I took it off the redemption list. And I'm pretty sure Bane was saving up for it, because Bane will defend that game to a ridiculous extent. Will he? Probably. Hey, Sina. How you doing, buddy? We're playing Resident Evil 2. On God's greatest console. Sega Dreamcast.
Oh, I'm terribly sorry. I thought you were another one of those zombies.
Are you Chief Irons?
Yes, that's me.
I don't mind Sina, Clem.
Just who are you? No, don't bother telling me. It makes no difference. You'll end up just like all the others.
The 32X isn't even a real console star.
That's the mayor's daughter. I was told to look after her.
I know you come into my chat with this
fared
propaganda.
miserably. Just look at her. She was a true beauty. Her skin nothing short of perfection. But it will soon putrefy and she will turn into a zombie within the hour like all the others.
There must be some way to stop it.
In a manner of speaking, there is. Either by putting a bullet through her brain, or by decapitating her completely. And to think that taxidermy used to be my hobby. But no longer. Please, I'd really like to be alone now.
Alright, whatever floats your boat, dude. To be fair, Sina, like, I bought Grand Theft Auto 5 last year, I think. Maybe the year before. I've still not played it. Every now and then I think, you know, that'd be a fun game to do for the stream, because even if the game itself is kind of boring like GTA 4 was, you know, there's still something you can get out of it with the stream. And I've just not gone around to it. I feel like that has, like, if it wasn't an intended implication, Star, the implication has still always been there.
Wait. Let me go! Easy, easy there. I'm not a zombie. You're safe now. My name's Claire. What's yours? Sherry. Do you know where your parents are? They both work at the Umbrella Chemical Plant, near the city limits.
Sounds good, Star.
The chemical plant? Then
I like my link to the
what are you
past.
doing here? My mom called and told me to go to the police station
The
because
playthrough
it
we
was
did last week
too
didn't
dangerous
quite
to
make
stay
it
at
under
home.
3 hours.
From the look of things, I'd say she was probably right.
But it was still
And
good.
it's dangerous here as well. You'd better come with me. But there's
I'm glad I
something
took
out
the
there.
plunge and just started
I
doing
don't know
Twilight
what it
Princess.
is,
Been
but
quite
I
fun.
saw it,
You know,
much
barring that
larger than
shit on
any
Thursday
other
where the
zombie.
internet just died.
And it's coming after me. What was that? That's what I was telling you about. It's here. Sherry, wait.
There's nothing in here in B, is there? Just handgun bullets, right, alright. What, with the close-up on Claire's booty? Claire's booty in the booty shorts? Now the Claire's booty shorts are great.
Chief?
Magnificent. Look at those legs. Oh no, this outfit was. Along with this character model. It's the only way you could get it. The classic outfit that they had wasn't this outfit though. Heart key going downstairs, alright. I'm not sure what that is, like, it looks like a t-shirt. No, this way. It looks like a t-shirt short thing, like, it could be a one piece of some kind, except that it couldn't possibly work. Oh yeah, no, I know what you were trying to sarcastically say, Star, and I decided to just say it outright because fuck RE2 make for that idea. Yeah, it probably is like a specific piece to go along with it. It's a neat visual design, and the colour stands out, so that's nice. Dogs? Yes. Not today. What do we say to zombie dogs? Not today. Yeah, it's possible the red part's sewn onto the black for the bottom. That's it, I do like Claire's new leather jacket in RE2, mate. Like, that's a nice design. Just grab this. Yeah, Nikolai in that movie was kind of weird. Like, yeah, no, this guy's called Nikolai. Yeah, screwed this up. Also, he's a good guy. And there's the third dude that's called Yuri. It's like, you know, there was a third dude in the game you could have just used the name of. No, the classic outfit isn't classic. The fact that it's a vest rather than a t-shirt. It throws off the whole colour dynamic. I'm going the wrong way, I want to go the other way. I feel like the less said about the final chapter, the better. I will complain to high hell about high heels. I finally started Fire Emblem Three Houses today, and it opens with a cutscene of a battle. And the leaders of two armies, an old man and a woman, fight each other. And they're on this big muddy battlefield. And the woman is in high heels. It's like, that shit just really bothers me. Grenade launcher, and let's get out of here. It's like when they put Zero Suit Samus in. I think Smash might have done it when she was in Brawl. But if not, then it was Other M.
I was so worried.
And they made her shoes high-heeled for no reason.
Okay? If we stay here, that monster will find us. Let's go.
It's like, unsuited high heels just really bother me.
I won't. What's the matter? Don't you trust me? It's not that, Claire. It's because of my daddy. He's over there. I heard him call my name. Daddy must
No,
have
I
been
don't
attacked
like
by the
Cherry's
monsters.
classic outfit
I have to help him.
in RE2 make.
Wait, Sherry. Don't go alone. Sherry! Sherry!
That looks big enough for Claire to get through. It's not the shoes for me, it's the top. Like the large white with very little, like small amount of blue. I don't think it's so bad in this because Sherry's character model is considerably smaller. But it just looks so much bigger on RE2 Make Sherry, which leads to like a large empty space of just pure white. The remake outfit is good. There's a good design there. It's not a sailor school outfit. It looks like something an American girl might wear, rather than what Japanese developers think an American girl might wear. Well, it's still a shirt with a skirt, isn't it? Shouldn't have pressed X. I'm not playing Tomb Raider. But like, the design of the shirt has been redone, and the skirt is, I think, plaid? 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 Yeah, I don't know how you pronounce it. I want to go and get those other grenade rounds in the other room, because we're going to kill 2 lickers in a minute. Or is it going to be just 1? I'm going to kill some lickers. Yeah, I don't know if I'd want to enjoy this for the first time again. Like, running through it like this, like, yeah, I know where to go and when. Doing it for the first time again and going in the wrong direction, like, oh, I got the diamond key. Let me check out the east wing of the police station. Oh, a bunch of these doors are club key doors now. Well, I guess I better go and find the club key. Well, I know what you mean with that whole idea, but for me, Resident Evil wouldn't be the kind of game I'd want to experience for the first time again. Well, the weird thing is, this is open air. But we're supposed to be underground in the RPD. It's like, yeah, Sherry goes down an elevator, but Leon ends up on, like, the same level.
Claire! Are you there? Sherry, are you okay? Did you find your dad? Yes, I'm okay. But I couldn't find him. But I did find something else for you. Here. Here's another.
No, really not. You are right about that, Star.
Thanks, sweetie. Now, why don't you come over here? I want you to stay with me. Claire! I can't reach the ventilation hole anymore. But don't worry, I'll find another way.
I don't know, like, when I
can
think
take
of stuff
care
that
of
I'd like to
myself.
experience for the first time again, I usually think of movies
Wait,
rather than
Sherry, come back.
games.
Sherry! Sherry!
And now we have to go to the kennel.
Claire, we now have access to the back of the parking lot.
Got it.
I'm getting out of here and heading to the sewer. Can you meet me there?
I'm on my way.
Alright, let's grab this stuff. Grab this stuff. Grab the stuff. That was needlessly awkward. Yeah, the lack of interaction between Leon and Claire in the remake is kind of bothersome. Specifically in the sense that it's completely by luck that they end up in the same place. And you could try and argue that with this, but one specifically tells the other they're leaving through the sewers. Wow, it's not often that guy actually manages to make it around the beds. Pretty uncommon. Well, usually what happens is I take the first one out and the second one goes crazy trying to crawl around, but can't figure out the way around the beds. It's actually really rare for it to make its way around the beds. Alright, handgun bullets. Acid rounds. More handgun bullets on the other side. The side pack. I don't know, I mean, if I was gonna re-experience a game for the first time, maybe one of the Arkham games? Not Arkham Knight. I feel like my second playthrough of Arkham Knight, knowing what the game was actually going to be, was better than my first one, where I expected it to be more than it was. I enjoyed it more the second time, knowing that it wasn't going to be particularly great story-wise. Well, finally down to caution. There should be a red herb over here, though. Nope. Alright, never mind them. Should be a green out in the parking lot, though. We just go and grab. There it is. Now let's go. Well, my zombie dodging has been fine. My dog dodging hasn't been great. Although I think now we never see dogs again for the rest of the game. Yeah, I'm pretty sure we don't. Alright. Acid rounds. You get so much more of these in Claire B than you do in Claire A. I think specifically because in Claire A, the only thing they're really good against is the G-Adult. Whereas in Claire B, they're really good against Mr. X. Okay, I want to go to the other side now. Break on through to the other side. You know what? No, we'll keep going this way. I have an idea. Let's see if this pans out. Four rounds should be enough. Hopefully. Emphasis on the unsure tone of hopefully. Yeah, I think that's been enough. So jaded by RE3 and how worthless grenade rounds were in that. Because like in RE3, grenade rounds against zombies just aren't worth it. I need to hit the item box anyway for the fucking lighter. Almost forgot that. Really have that whenever I'm doing a Claire playthrough, A or B. Like, will I forget the lighter? Place your bets in the chat. Crank. We keep the crank, then use the gold cog when we get that upstairs. Yeah, this should pan out. I think I was actually doing a playthrough of RE2 make last week with Claire's alternate costume from this modded into the game. It looked quite neat. Like, considering the costumes they actually put in RE2 make, almost all of which are just disappointing and crap, when there were such obvious ones they could have gone for, it's really disappointing. Like, no RE4 outfit for Leon, no Code Veronica outfit for Claire. No classic alternate for Claire. No classic alternate for Leon. Yeah, I only just realised Devil May Cry 5 also doesn't really have any alternate costumes either. But then 4 was also kind of crap about alternate costumes. It's especially weird after how good Devil May Cry 3 Special Edition was about that. I think Base 3 was pretty good as well. I want a mod for Mr. X that makes him look like Mr. X from Mega Man 6. That fool Dr. Wily was being controlled by me the entire time. And then everything was okay forever. What are you dropping for me this time? Is it Bowgun? Bowgun. I should have space. Watch out for the liquor upstairs, and beyond that, everything should be smooth sailing. The sewers aren't generally a problem. The biggest worry with the lab is really just letting the Ivies get too close. Which doesn't happen with Claire because she gets flame rounds. Yeah. Once we get out of the police station, it should be smooth sailing. Hey, Bane. How you doing, buddy? Been a while since you've been in chat. You been okay? That's a good quote. I like that quote. Ox, how you doing, buddy? Yeah. Thanks for the follow, Renegade. Welcome to the stream, buddy. Oh, thank God, I thought I was saying I didn't have enough room then. Thankfully, we're gonna ditch 2 items up here anyway. I'm doing okay. Ox. Nose is kind of like, yeah. Kind of like got a sneeze just like waiting to come out, but it's not coming out. And kind of like, yeah, I see you lurking, Ben. I do appreciate the support. You know me, I don't want to call out people who are here but don't want to say anything, because you never know why they're not saying anything. I appreciate you hanging around. Push the button. Getting ever closer to the 150 goal, so we can do Final Fantasy 13 and have like an entire game of complaining. Which it wouldn't really even be that new, would it? I complain about a lot of things. Alright, do this. I don't have a confirmation, but I feel like this Mr. X fight actually has lower health because you have way less space to deal with. It's like, okay, we've run, and then we're at the end. Complaining with Chrono. You're not wrong. That's fair enough, Ox. At the end of the day, you gotta put yourself and your own life first over streams. If anything, I just appreciate you popping in. Can I make this? Yes! That should be it. The rest of the game should be very smooth sailing. So what can we complain about today? Anybody got any news topics they wanna complain about? I probably have an opinion. I usually have an opinion. Lighter can go away. Get the jewels out. Grenade rounds. Don't need those. I feel like the last time you were in the stream was during one of the Tomb Raider streams, Ox. Which I really need to get back to. I was enjoying the Tomb Raider streams. Nice, fun, chill afternoon streams. And Tomb Raider 1 is a very chill game. I like it. No new RE8 news. My biggest problem with RE8 is just that it's called Resident Evil. I don't necessarily have a problem with the direction Resident Evil is going with RE8. It's just that I think, like, the game looked pretty interesting. And I'm disappointed that it's Resident Evil, because that means everything is going to turn out to be a virus again. Whereas I think if it was like modern day fantasy with actual vampires and werewolves and shit, that would be something I'd be super into. I don't even need the pistol right now. I feel like a lot of people need to move out of America, Ox. Final Fantasy VIII was a game full of bullshit. Like, the fact that its idea of establishing any kind of difficulty for the endgame involved crippling the characters
I'm glad to see you're safe, Claire.
was kind of dumb. Like, oh no, the battle system was too easy to break. and now the entire game has been a cakewalk. I don't know, like the end game stuff, I wouldn't really say it was good bullshit. It felt like a lot of the ideas weren't properly thought out.
Claire!
I'm going down there. Stay here and wait for me, okay?
You can love RE8, I'm not gonna argue against that. You can love Final Fantasy VIII. I'm not gonna argue against that. I still like a bunch of what Final Fantasy VIII does. I haven't done a full playthrough of RE3 Remake since I did the launch stream. I was doing a stream of it a while back and I just stopped, I was bored. Nobody's getting out of my town. Everyone's gonna die.
So you've made it this far. Not bad, girl. But I'm not letting anyone leave my town. Everyone's gonna die.
Calm down, Chief. What happened?
Yeah, it's probably gonna be a while before I go through it again.
You couldn't possibly understand what's happened. Those monsters from Umbrella have destroyed my beautiful town.
Not sure what the next Final Fantasy will be. I mean, 9's the obvious choice,
So it's true. You have
but I've been meaning to do 10 for
You
years.
must know about the G-Virus. What is it? Tell me.
If you must know, it's the agent that
I feel like one of the biggest problems with FF8's story is there are interesting themes there that just aren't explored that well. Like the idea of child soldiers, because that's basically what the main characters are, raised from childhood to be soldiers.
sure you've already seen his little girl running.
That's if we hit 150 followers before I decide let's do another Final Fantasy.
Sherry, isn't it? In case you
That said, with Digital Devil Saga 2 lined up for September, and then Kudelka for October.
ultimate bioweapon. Umbrella must be trying to cover its tracks.
I doubt we'll hit 150 before then, but like there's stuff we can do to keep us busy away from Final Fantasy.
What the?
Oh no, it's so weird with Halo. The games are pretty standard shooters, and then the expanded universe stuff is so weirdly dark. Oh, the Demi Fiend. I need to get back to grinding for Digital Devil Saga 1, actually. I was doing it earlier on in the month, and then I just kind of stopped. And I've spent so much time on Hyrule Warriors now. Like, that whole thing in the Halo novels of the Spartan candidates being cloned, and the clones replace the actual people while the kids and the actual kids are kidnapped, replaced with these clones who are designed to die of massive organ failure within a couple of months, is incredibly fucked up. You'd never get that from the games. Yeah, well, let me move. It's one of those things that's really kind of a shame, because Halo has the potential there for an actually really interesting story, but they'll never put it in the games because they might alienate the people who buy the games. And Halo doesn't exist to be an interesting story, it exists to make Microsoft feel like it's a company that is worth a damn. Or at least Microsoft Game Studios. No, Microsoft Game Studios doesn't even have any involvement. It's 343 Industries that does it all now.
You came back.
I can't
Make it feel like
believe
Xbox is worth a damn, I guess.
Actually, her father.
What's wrong, Claire?
It's nothing. But I think I found a way out of here. We should be able to find someplace safe if we can just make it out of town.
But
Don't worry, I'll protect you. I promise. But you
Capcom's
have to
problem
don't
is
break my
usually... Like, it's not even the desire to reinvent anything with Capcom. It's specifically taking something that works and pushing it too far. Gonna fight like a bitch, I'll fight you like a bitch. But like RE4 is like a really good example. Like you had RE4, and then you had RE5 and RE6. I need to go through RE6 again. Yeah, we didn't start the quote system until, I think, earlier this year.
Come on, let's get out of here.
I think RE4 is really good, though. That's just looking at it as a game. It's a damn good game. As a Resident Evil, that's up for personal opinion. RE5 is very solid. Mechanically, it's a very solid game, and the co-op works really well. Single player is unfortunate because the game is very much designed around co-op. The same is true of RE6. It's designed around the co-op, which makes playing it on your own way less fun.
Sherry!
You ever played Silent Hill 4, Ox? Oh yeah, no, I love RE4's writing. Amazing. In fact, I'll probably dump this for good now. Yeah, RE5 was too serious. Which is a shame because it was just as ridiculous. Yeah, like, if you don't like RE4 because of Ashley, play Silent Hill 4 and deal with Eileen, and, like, you'll come around to Ashley. Like, whatever your problems are with Ashley as a character, mechanically, Ashley is fantastic. Silent Hill 3 is good. Silent Hill 3 is underrated. Everyone's all about Silent Hill 2. But 3 is really good. And its story is so fucked. Amazing. I think 2 works so well, specifically because of how standalone it is. And it's not tied into the cult plot, which makes the evil of Silent Hill more unknowable, which works on the psychological horror aspect.
I ran into this woman who was in trouble. Her name's
You know,
Ada. Right
alright, let
after
me.
that, someone tried to kill
If
me.
you've never done any of the
You'll
others, Ox,
see it too.
recommend it up until at least
Ada
4.
went after the sniper.
4 has problems gameplay-wise,
I'm
but it's
worried about
worth
her.
playing through.
You gotta find her.
Silent
because
Hill 2 is
if
designed to be
something
boring
happens,
to begin with.
But you've been shot.
I'll be okay.
They specifically designed it so you spend like the
Ada
first
was
5
right.
minutes of gameplay walking to Silent Hill. Yeah, the story of 4 is really interesting. The gameplay is something else. And it can be summed up in, like, it can be summed up really simply. It's a case of main enemies are invincible ghosts. And you'll encounter those enemies during an escort sequence. And your escort character can't die, but the state of their health is what determines what ending you get. Invincible ghosts. Can't do anything about them. Yeah, 4's story is good. Well, no, it's not Project Zero, Clem. Which reminds me, at some point I do want to go and do Project Zero 2. Like, the first one, didn't really enjoy it because of the gameplay. I want to do Project Zero 2, though. At that point, it's like, which do I do? Do I do the original PS2 version, or do I do the Wii version? That's what Project Zero is, Clem. Project Zero is the European and Japanese name for it. Oh, Clem. You and your funny games. Keep it up, I'll ban you. I mean, I won't, but like, I'll have Bane work out how the timeout system works, and it'll time you out for a minute or so. Ah, bitch! Oh, it's okay, we're only in caution. I took that corner a little too sharply. But yeah, like the Wii version of Project Zero 2 that wasn't released in the US. And it's actually kind of interesting. And of course, Project Zero 2 has the reputation as like possibly
Are
the
you all right?
scariest
What
game.
happened?
Get away from me. You just want my husband's G sample, don't you? But no one will take that away from me.
You know, that should be fun.
No one.
Husband?
But if I play the PS2 version, it won't be in widescreen, which means I won't have to put the green screen up.
How did you?
We don't have time for that.
Do I go with
Sherry
gameplay
is
convenience,
lost
or do I
somewhere
go
in
with
the sewer
laziness?
system. I have to find her.
What?
But I do like
I
the
told
pointer
her to go to the
controls on the
police
Wii.
building.
I
Why
imagine
is
it's
she
used for
here?
the torch.
Now Sherry and the G sample are both in danger.
What did she mean by that? Does Sherry have the G sample?
Yeah, well. Yeah, I don't know. Since we've got Kudelka and Silent Hill 2 lined up for Halloween. It's been so long since I've actually played Silent Hill 2. The only thing I really remember of the gameplay is where to go at the start of the game. Which is probably a good thing, because like, if you don't know specifically where to go at the start, that can be a mess. Like, that can be a lot of wandering. You see, that's where you're wrong, Clem. It's actually right. You get into Silent Hill, you take the right, you follow the road until you see the blood, you follow the blood to the right, and you just keep going. But I mean, specifically after you have the first monster encounter. Because that's when monsters start actually appearing in gameplay after that. And then you're left with no idea of where to go. You have to find a little... you have to find a trailer. A camping trailer. And I think that's the key for the apartment block in it. You say what you want to say, Clem. Never think you're censored on the stream. I'm not going to censor your left-leaning views. Sometimes you need to take a right turn. Fair enough. You know, I don't know how I feel about that Bane playing a game with tank controls. It sounds like it isn't going to be for me. I mean, I don't know what to tell you. Like, with that revelation, I might just cancel the whole thing and we'll do something else instead. Oh yeah, you need to get the, because that is in the apartment block, I remember that. You have to get the flashlight off the mannequin. And, like, specifically does that to make you get the flashlight. Well, you can always turn the flashlight off. What about a horror shooter? Like, what if we do Fear? I never did beat the first Fear. Remember when Fear was supposed to be a horror franchise? Oh, when you pick it up. Hmm. I think the most important thing about Silent Hill 2 is, like, it came out in 2001. They had Silent Hill 2 on the PS Now. Like, they just let you download the shit to emulate, like, a decent emulator on a Sony console.
Sherry, you're okay.
Then, like, it'd be perfect. PS Now.
Sherry,
would be perfect for that kind of shit. If they'd let you download those classic games to the console to be able to play them properly without streaming.
I've never heard of anything like that before.
Really, your intro into first-person shooters, you miss so much then, Ox.
I'll hold on to it for safekeeping.
My first-person shooter was GoldenEye.
Don't have anything. It's the truth.
That was an interesting experience.
Like that.
Way back in the year of like probably 2000. And then there was The World Is Not Enough on PlayStation. I might actually have that backwards. I might have done The World Is Not Enough first on PlayStation and then GoldenEye. Oh, you got the motion sickness. That's fair enough. It does have a lot of bobbing and swaying that's usually kind of toned down in more modern FPSs. Yeah, the casino level was my favourite as well. I was just kind of into non-combat levels and a lot of stuff like that. There was the first one you completed. I never finished Fair. But yeah, non-combat levels and stuff like that was always some of the most interesting stuff to me.
Sherry, wait here. I'm going to check it out by myself.
Okay, I'll wait here, but hurry back.
I think like other examples and nothing's coming to mind. Swap those. Let's go. Yeah, a good story is basically what it takes to pull me through a first-person shooter these days. The modern military shooters ruin my interest in FPSs. Ah yeah, the first reference we made to Klim's Final Fantasy VII playthrough. Well, I used to be pretty into first-person shooters back when they were, like, really varied. I love stuff like the classic Bond games and Time Splitters, and I was pretty into Halo on the original Xbox, because I didn't get a 360 until, like, 2014. Back when there was variety, when not everything had to be Call of Duty, and then everything became Call of Duty for such a long period, and it just killed my interest. And now I have trouble just playing them. Yeah, give me the good stuff. That works. I played one Medal of Honor game on the PS2 era. I don't know if it was actually on PS2, it might have been on Xbox. I don't remember which one it was, but I didn't really like it. But I have always been curious about Medal of Honor Underground on PlayStation. And I've just never gotten around to playing it. The kind of game that if it was made now, it'd probably get a lot of attention for how different it is to basically everything in the genre.
Okay, Sherry, let's go.
Yeah, I've heard, like, people with motion sickness really do have trouble with first-person games. Which is kind of a shame. How was it? I got through Far Cry 3 because of the story and quite enjoyed that. I did Bioshock Infinite for the story. Spec Ops The Line was a third-person shooter, but I did that for the story. I suppose nowadays the only first-person shooter I really replay with any frequency is Metroid Prime.
What was that?
But then again, the shooting part of Metroid Prime is so minute
Just
compared to
wait.
the rest of it.
I'll go and see what it was.
Now let's go outside and show Billy B what we're made of. Yeah, I can't remember which one it was that I played. It's like I'm thinking, like, Allied Assault, but I don't think that was it. I was actually kind of into Call of Duty 2 back in the day. I quite enjoyed that. But again, like... Come on, get up. Like, Call of Duty 2 was specifically... When Call of Duty came out, it was being different from the others of its kind. Come on, come on, come on, come on. Taking any chances with that. You're really jumping today, aren't you? Like Call of Duty, I remember when it first came out and for the first few games was specifically different from other World War II shooters of its kind because it didn't just focus on the Americans and the American front in the war. Like Call of Duty 2 opens with you as a soldier in Soviet Russia
I'm sure it'll keep you safe. Wait here
who
for
has
me,
been
okay?
conscripted
I'm going back to look for
because
your
the
mom.
Nazi
Thanks,
army
Paul.
has like basically progressed all the
Even
way
though
to
I'm an only child.
the capital.
Neither of my parents ever spent much time with me because of their work. But now
And you
that
spend
you're with
like
me,
a bunch of
I
levels
finally
playing
have someone
as
to rely
this
upon.
Russian soldier, pushing the
Sherry.
Nazis back out of the capital. And then it goes to the British front in Africa. And you deal with all of that, dealing with the British fighting Rommel's forces in Africa. And then like the last leg of the campaign is the Americans actually in Germany. You know, I've played Stranger's Wrath for like 10 minutes on Vita. That was it. How is Stranger's Wrath? Now we have this damn box puzzle. Last shooter I played, I think, would have been Far Cry 5. Which I did finish. And as is often the case these days, I finished it, got to the credits, and there's a bunch of side stuff left that I just decided not to do. Because I hate the credits and it's like, well, I'm done now, let's play something else. Solid game, yeah. I really miss the variety we used to get of games like that back in the PS2, Xbox, GameCube era. Okay, good. In and out. Awesome. Yeah, I know you're big on open-world games. One day I probably will get around to New and Tasty for you. See how I feel about the checkpoint system that you say it has. Which could, well, like, just fix the entire game for me. You know, that was my biggest problem with the original Abe's Odyssey. Is Soulstorm a new game, or is it a remake of Abe's Exodus? Yeah. You know, I can't think of any series that I've been into for that long that just hasn't had an installment in as long as Oddworld did. Like Stranger's Wrath, it was what, like an 8-year gap? Metroid, maybe. But Metroid, the genre was pretty well compensated for while Metroid was gone. Right, so Soulstorm is going to be Abe's Exodus. Alright. That's good. So I do New and Tasty, wait for Soulstorm to come out. And then I can just do Munch's Odyssey HD. What's your opinion on Munch's Odyssey? Did you actually play it? Was that an Xbox exclusive? Yeah, Metroid had like that massive gap between Other M and Metroid Samus Returns. Federation Force really doesn't count. Yeah, the main line of it, yeah. Wasn't the intention to do like 5 main games in Oddworld? Not wasting flame rounds on you bastards. There's the problem with your lock on. That does sound kind of interesting. I've said for a while that Tomb Raider feels like the natural evolution. Aren't you supposed to have something? There we go. No. I said for a while, Tomb Raider, the classic Tomb Raiders, feels like the natural evolution of that cinematic platformer style. The Oddworld had, and stuff like Prince of Persia had. Well, I'd be interested to see where some of those cinematic platformers went. Like, when Prince of Persia went 3D, it straight up copied Tomb Raider. Like, I don't know how many people even are aware that Prince of Persia 3D exists. But it got a Dreamcast port, so I picked it up. Arabian Nights Prince of Persia on Dreamcast. It's a Tomb Raider clone. So there's the typical Oddworld BS. Is that the good BS in, like, the quirks of the world? Or is it the bad BS of the gameplay? Yeah, maybe I'll do a one-off on Prince of Persia 3D someday. Both. That's worrying. Thanks for the follow, Pax. Welcome to the stream, buddy. I don't know. I can't see the number right now. Can I see it right here? No, I can't see the number right now. Since Twitch changed the layout of channels, like, the follower number's on a different page. Thankfully, they made the follower list easier to find. Because, like, they changed the layouts of everything, and the follower list was hidden beneath, like, 3 menus. Now it's easier to find, which, you know, is something. It used to be a case of, like, you could just click on your followers on your channel, and then they got rid of that, and buried it behind, like, 3 different menus. Now it's behind, like, 2 menus, so that's nice. I don't give a fuck about the library card. Do I? Yeah, I'll grab it just in case. Yeah, it's been on like 2 now. It really is like one of the most. You get the hyperbole of website updates making things more complicated and less user friendly. Which, like, yeah, they usually do, but it's usually described by people in hyperbole. But Twitch really did make it that much worse. For no reason. Yeah, I had to look up on Google how to find my follower list after they changed it. Oh, Bubsy 3D. The good news is, I loaded the PlayStation Classic up with a new list of games. One of which is Bubsy 3D. Oh, you fucker, you were supposed to be dead. One of which is Bubsy 3D, so the next time we do a PS1 Viewer's Choice thing, we can just start with Bubsy 3D, because I know both you and Ninja will pick that. No, we never do need to go in that room. We don't need a lab key card. There we go, the quotes are back. I was a little concerned we'd missed some good opportunities for quotes lately. But I'll be honest, I forget the stuff I say like a minute after I say it. So I can't be sure. Yeah, we got room. Come on, baby. Alright, let's take this guy out. Guess we'll do this now, actually. Yeah, that's reasonable. Always more quotes. I'm always gonna say something stupid or funny. Or something that's stupid that will be funny when taken out of context. You can count on it. Right, dump the big ones. We have enough for more, which is good. Always good stuff. Ah. Red herb over here. We keep the green so we can combine it. Ah, I left the W box key. I'm not gonna need that many grenade rounds. Hope. Hope. Pretty sure I don't. Yeah, my internet just completely died. It was a major problem for like the next day. I woke up in the morning, it was still a problem. Can't even blame Twitch for it. Thankfully, like, stuff like that, it's happened, like... You never know when the stream's going to run into technical issues, so it's why I record the streams separate. So when we throw them up on YouTube, the YouTube upload doesn't catch any of that. So if you want to catch what you missed, it's on the YouTube. That said, didn't really miss much.
Annette.
I specifically didn't
Where's
fight the
Sherry?
boss, so we can do that next time. So I didn't want to do that
I
off
asked
stream.
her and she's never even heard
Because
of the
Virus,
T-virus
the
before.
next boss coming up,
Which room?
I
Tell me.
remember specifically was like the first boss that was shown off in trailers.
Sherry.
No. Annette.
Like they would,
Samples
when they were showing
inside
off
the
like just how
pendant
big the
Sherry's
scale
wearing.
was. Virus was like the first thing they used for it. So we need to see Virus on stream. Speaking of Virus, I should probably do Beyond Good and Evil on stream at some point. That's a classic. Maybe one day Ubisoft will finally release Beyond Good and Evil 2. I was completely not interested in that game. Like, Ubisoft was all like, hey, here's Beyond Good and Evil 2 trailer. And it's like, cool, what's the connection to the first? It's a prequel. Okay, I was actually kind of really hoping for a sequel, because there were questions I would like to be answered. No, it's prequel. Okay, and the trailers didn't show any of the characters from the first game. So I just wasn't overly interested in it. And then the last trailer they put out, which might have been like 2 years ago now, showed Paige and Jade. And I was like, great, now I'm actually interested. Yeah, maybe do Beyond Good and Evil at some point. It's a solid game. If you have an Xbox One, the HD version that was part of the last generation is backwards compatible. Pretty solid. It's like the best HD conversion Ubisoft put out. It's like they put out the Splinter Cell HD trilogy, and that was honestly garbage. They put out the Prince of Persia HD trilogy, and oh my fucking god, that shouldn't have been allowed to be sold for money. I don't know how well Rayman 3 was converted to HD. Like, for the most part, Beyond Good and Evil HD was fine. Here we go.
Sherry! Help me, Claire! The monster's after your pendant. Throw it to me! Good girl. Now run, Sherry.
You know, we do this game often enough that I should probably just have like a sound ready to play the Terminator 2 theme when Mr. X falls in the lava.
Fine. Then go get it! Sucker.
The self-destruct sequence has been activated. The self-destruct sequence has been activated. This sequence may not be aborted. All employees proceed to the emergency car at the bottom platform.
Alright. Terminator 2 is such a damn good movie. It's one of those movies that just seems to get better every time I watch it. Because there's always more you notice about it that's just really well done. Alright, that's fair enough, Ox. Thanks for joining us. You have yourself a good day, and enjoy your dinner.
Where is
Take care, Ox. Yeah, we stream it often enough, Ox. Not as often as we used to, but we do stream it still kind of regularly. I need to do RE3 again. It's been a while. Why'd he bite me? How you doing, buddy? Popping in the stream with that booty. And booty moat. Baked a cake. I'm not bad. I am not bad. Doing some Player B on Dreamcast. My striker DC. Good, it's good stuff. I think we streamed this during Dark Souls Remastered, actually, Bane.
Mom!
I think I took a break from Dark Souls to do RE2
Sherry,
for a bit.
You have to escape. I know I've been a terrible
Peanut
mother,
butter.
but I still love you.
Not into that myself. I actually can't see why people are into it. It always looks so meh. But then I'm not really into chocolate spread either, so I'm probably the weird one.
Sherry, we have to go.
Yeah, if it works, it works. All that matters in the end is the taste. Well, come on, Sherry. You do. Jeez. That sounds interesting. Ugh. Oh yeah, dealing with cold butter is always such a pain. But it's like, rather deal with cold butter than melting butter. And butter melting in the pot. Like, butter melting in the tub is always like, I don't want that. Yeah. It's a train. I've got the Rumble Pack, and I feel like it hasn't done anything this entire game. Operation even turned on.
Now you wait here, okay? I'll go and get this thing moving.
It isn't, that's why, jeez. Yeah, get yourself one of those heavy-duty blenders. That sounds like, what would it be like, industrial? Yeah, I'm like, hey, where's my rumble? Oh, it's not turned on. Smaller ones. Yeah, if it works, it works. Combine. Combine. And then grab another one. We have room for one more. Yes. Did I put flame in? Yes, I did. Somebody making pizza. Somebody making pizza. Do your stretches for the super tyrant. You want to pull a muscle fighting that big chunky bastard? Alright. Let's go! Five minutes.
5 minutes until detonation.
Only got 5 minutes to save the world. Push the button, push the button. Now we're getting into high stakes. and roll. I always do worse at this with Claire than I do with Leon. But with Leon, it's like two custom Magnum shots. Okay, come on. Remember, always dodge to the left. There we go.
Use this! Who are you?
God damn it. God damn it. Positioning when Ada threw the rocket launcher there was terrible. You lose, big guy.
Big guy.
Here's what a joke, man. Ah, yeah, chunky little pieces. I always say game over in the remake. I feel like they should have brought game over back for the remake. And they didn't, so I do it. You notice the RE1 reference with the way Super Tyrant looks up to the right like original Tyrant does? Just before the rocket hits him. Ah, fair enough. The lines in RE2, mate, just don't stick out in my head like RE2 Classic does. I was never really into Super Meat Boy. The idea was decent, but I felt like the controls were a little too slippery. Which is really just a problem with me not having the dexterity to properly handle it. Alright. One last thing to do. And we should be good. Ten out of 10 would escape from Raccoon City again. RE2 is like a comfort game at this point. I'll just play it because it's relaxing. You know, one thing I wasn't fond of with RE2 make is how it basically hints at the It's a chill game. I'm working at getting there with RE3. I can do RE3, it's not quite as chill for me yet, but I'm working at getting there with RE3. Yeah, like the, I'm not overly fond of how RE2 makers are like, yeah, no, you escaped. Roll credits, and then after the credits, Birkin. Because, you know, with the way people are these days, you couldn't guarantee they were going to play the game again with the other characters, so you had to give them some kind of obvious incentive.
What was that?
Yeah, you're pretty good with RE3, Bane.
Warning, biohazardous outbreak imminent. The emergency system has been activated. This train will detonate.
You know, I'd say, like, you say RE2 doesn't really have any challenge to it. I'd argue RE3 also doesn't really.
No! What's wrong with this thing?
I don't know. The door won't open.
There are a couple places you can die, but that, I feel, if the hunters get you on bad, but that's not challenge, that's an instant death. If Gravedigger fucks you up, which again isn't challenge, that's kind of bullshit damage. But if you decide to fight Nemesis, then there's actual challenge to it. I feel like that's the only time there is challenge to RE3. At this point, at least. Always kill Nemesis. I usually only kill Nemesis once in the police station, so that when I kill him again in the restaurant in the cutscene, he'll drop the second eagle part, so I can have the eagle for as little mess as possible, as early as possible. A while since I had a hot chocolate. It is getting chillier again though, so maybe it's getting to the good times for it. There it is. And the controller's actually going there. It's actually pretty good. And it's a fairly strong vibration. It's the weird thing, like, because the vibration was introduced to the PlayStation with DualShock, which was like, what, 98? So there are plenty of PlayStation games that don't use it. But the Dreamcast was, when the Dreamcast came out, it was like, yeah, no, vibration, rumble. So most games on Dreamcast support the vibration. In the same way that when the Dreamcast came out, it was like, VGA, cool. So most games on Dreamcast support VGA. But now we can roll credits.
Leon, stop the train!
I can't. The door to the control room is locked.
What is it?
Sherry, get back!
Yeah, it's good vibration. Might be bordering on
Where are you?
maybe a little too strong. Well, we see where that goes. Dreamcast was also online.
We have to stop the train, right? I can do
And
it.
of course, Sonic Adventure, a launch game for the Dreamcast, also received DLC.
Get it.
Dreamcast was ahead of its time. Well, I'm mostly speaking about specific stuff in comparison with other consoles at the time, how it did that stuff.
Sherry!
Other consoles did, but from the beginning. So, like more games on Dreamcast support Rumble than PlayStation. Definitely way more than Nintendo 64. Also, the vibration pack doesn't require batteries, so you know, that's nice.
Finally.
Are you okay, Sherry?
And Dreamcast, Sega actually had a little bit of foresight with the Dreamcast. But yeah, no, plug your memory card into the controller. Okay, but also plug your vibration pack into the controller.
We've got to get out of here. Move it.
Okay, but what if I want to use one or the other? Oh, it's fine, we've got 2 slots. Oh, okay then. That deals just completely wipes out the issue that Nintendo had. Yeah, Dreamcast was online. I've heard there are still people playing Phantasy Star Online on private servers on Dreamcast.
I saw someone do that on TV once.
Come on. We've got to move out.
Now what's the problem?
Is something following us?
Hey, we still have a job to do. Let's go.
Go? Oh, you can't mean.
Chris, I have to find you.
That was a reasonable enough playthrough. Not too many mistakes. Yeah, Outbreak has private servers. We got a bunch of people we know that do play it, like Rebel Reptile, who's popped in the stream a couple of times, regularly plays Outbreak online with a few other people. Using the Japanese versions connected to private servers. You can do it off emulator or off console. They do it off emulator because it's faster. Yeah, I've heard Demon's Souls does have that. It was added earlier, like last month maybe. Which is pretty good. Good stuff. Just take a big part of the incentive to play that game, a big part of the gameplay design, and reintegrate it. It's one of those things, like, it's really a shame that Outbreak didn't have online when it was released in Europe. Yeah, Magic's been going through it with his brother. They're playing it right now. They've been doing it co-op. I've popped in a couple of times, but I've not stuck around because I haven't done Demon's Souls for myself yet. And, you know, I want to do that blind. But it seems to be going well for them. And I'm glad. They're cool dudes. Crazy sometimes. Like, they've got the tenacity to really go through that kind of thing. Like, they ran through RE6 on No Hope Left mode, or is it just No Hope mode, with handguns only. That was crazy. Oh, did it not require the multiplayer? Come on, baby, give me that sub 130. Damn it. Let me see, what mistakes that I made. I could probably have cut like maybe 3 or 4 minutes off that time. Everything beyond that, I just need to be better. Yeah, with that kind of thing, you are best off just looking it up online. I reached a point with Dark Souls, I think it might have been late into my first playthrough, where I just started looking shit up. Like what specific items do and stuff. Because the game's way too coy with that information. I need to get around to doing RE2 on Nintendo 64. Doing all 4 scenarios to unlock that randomizer mode, because I want to try that. '98 was a hell of a year for games. Yeah, one day maybe I'll do Illbleed. Considering all that lighting is fake, it looks really good. Yeah, if you go from 90 to 99, the 16-bit era to late early 3D, and you had stuff like Super Mario World, Link to the Past, Super Metroid happened in 94. Super Castlevania 4, Castlevania Rondo of Blood. Really was, like, possibly the best generation to grow up with. The 5th generation of games, of consoles. It's like, if... I imagine for gamers who didn't grow up with PS1 era, PS1 is very difficult to go to. Not even specifically because of graphics, you can get over graphics, but because of gameplay. A lot of it has aged. You probably could. The problem with the NES is, like, you either needed... It's like, with NES, I will not go back to anything that isn't an action platformer. Because so much of that stuff was either built for you to spend hours of your life mastering it, or was spent for you, or was made for you to spend hours of your life banging your head on it. Like Original Zelda came with a guide in the manual. Like, the manual had a map that told you where shit was. And it's kind of irritating that in all the re-releases Nintendo's done of it, they've never put any of that stuff back in with it. When I first played the original Zelda on GameCube as part of the Collector's Edition, first time I ever played it, I didn't spend long with it. Oh yeah, definitely. Will not argue with that. Super Nintendo games were still had that. Even PlayStation era games still had that, in some regards. Some of the shit we grew up with, built for you to bash your head against. I think, like, simultaneously, the best and worst thing to happen to gaming happened with the PlayStation. Also had the secret. Link to the Past also had the Secrets Guide. Link to the Past was more open about its secrets, though. Like, you could discover everything just through exploring the game. It feels like the original Zelda, you'd have to end up, like, bombing all the walls, trying to burn down all the trees. A Link to the Past had specific indicators for what you could break, which was pretty helpful. Yeah, simultaneously the best and worst thing to happen with gaming happened with the PlayStation. And that's that it became mainstream. It wasn't such a niche thing anymore. And it's the best thing because it led to the industry massively growing. And we ended up with some stuff we never would have gotten otherwise. That reminds me, Bane, did you ever play Grand Stream Saga? It's also simultaneously the worst thing because it led to gaming being pushed as a major business, which has eventually led us to the state gaming is currently in. How much more money can we get out of it? No, I was looking into Grand Stream Saga yesterday, I think. Put it on the PlayStation Mini. It was made by Quintet. It's the game they did after Terranigma. Which I was aware of Grand Stream Saga, but before yesterday I was not aware that it was done by Quintet. Well, that might be something for you to look into. I don't know if it ever got a European release. But, like, we finished. Looking on Wikipedia was kind of confusing because it says that Quintet made a bunch of other stuff after that. Like, it says they were involved with Shenmue, which is weird. And then I don't think I could find any information on that. Let me see, Quintet. Not been active since the 2000s. Because, like, you got the Grand Stream Saga here listed in 97. And then Solo Crisis, Code R. Solo Crisis and Code R for Saturn, Planet Laika, the PlayStation, which was only in Japan. Rightus, which I'm going to guess was only in Japan. And then it lists them as having been involved with Shenmue. But the page for Shenmue doesn't have any information on that. And then what else is there? Godzilla Generations Maximum Impact for Dreamcast, apparently. That have any information on Quintet? Nope. Simple Series Volume 78. Mystic Heroes on Game Boy Advance in 2002. Again, Wikipedia page has nothing about Quintet on it. Inuyasha, The Secret of the Cursed Mask for the PS2 in 2004. That does say it was developed by Quintet. But they're only listed as a developer, as a co-developer. And then Onslaught in 2009, which was WiiWare. But the developer on Wikipedia is listed as Shade. Quintet isn't. Like, the whole late era Quintet stuff is kind of confusing, it seems. Oh, ActRaiser 3, that would have been... I would have been interested on the Saturn. I'm thinking about it. I'm thinking of Populous the Beginning on PlayStation, which... That was a game. I'll say that much. Anyway. We're done with RE2 tonight. Honestly, I'm in the mood to do RE3, but I don't want to be stuck. I don't want to be doing this for another 3 hours. Is the main issue with that. So I'll probably do RE3 sometime in the week. Tomorrow, probably be back with Return to Arkham. We'll see. But anyway, I want to thank everybody who joined the stream. Always really appreciate the support. Thank you so much. Big special thank you to everybody in the chat. That would be Clem, Star, Signer, Bane, Ox, Why'd he bite me? Thanks everybody. Special thank you to Renegade and Pax for following. That's super cool of you. Welcome to the stream. I hope you enjoy what you saw. Probably back tomorrow with Return to Arkham. We are currently alternating between Return to Arkham Asylum and Twilight Princess HD. Probably sometime in the week we'll do RE3 because it's been a while since I've done classic RE3. So tune in for that. We might do that Monday if I'm feeling like it. But we'll see. September does start on... August is 31 days, isn't it? Yeah. So, September starts on Tuesday. I'll need to wrap up what I'm doing and then start Digital Devil Saga 2. And it snuck up on me. But yeah, once again, I want to thank everybody who joined the stream. Always really appreciate the support. Big special thank you to everybody who joined the chat. Chat is the best part of the stream. I'm gonna give some shout outs here. Check out Timothy. He's a cool dude. He only streams once a week. He streamed earlier today playing Mega Man. Hoppy here. Shout out to Why'd he bite me? He also streams. Cool dude, big Resident Evil player. If you want to check him out. I'll be honest, I don't like doing raids because I don't like the thought of the obligation. People feeling obligated to stick around and watch somebody that may not be into. But what I will do is shout out a couple of people I'm following who are currently live that might interest you. Magic Core is playing Demon Souls right now co-op. Cool dude's playing it co-op with his brother. If anybody wants to check that out. And we've also got Wham. Who is live right now playing Diablo 2. This is like if you want to keep going on Twitch. Those are a couple of streamers I recommend. Cool dudes. But I'm not going to do a raid because I don't like the idea of you guys feeling obligated to stick around or follow anybody that you might not be into. There's some recommendations. You want to keep the your Twitch run going. You want to keep watching people on Twitch. Don't feel obligated for anything. I'm not going to know if you do or not. Yeah, no pressure. No pressure streams. Welcome to the Mecha Chronos no pressure streams, where you are not pressured to do anything. Ever. Yeah. Yeah, that's good enough. I'm not going to put much effort in, why should you? But yeah, probably back tomorrow with Arkham Asylum. Like a crack den. Just without the crack. Or the den. And you have to bring your own refreshments. Yeah. Yeah, probably back tomorrow with Arkham Asylum, Return to Arkham Asylum. We're doing the 100% playthrough of that. That should be 8 PM Greenwich Mean Time GMT. Once again, I want to thank everybody for watching. Thank you so much to everybody in the chat. Chat is the best part of the stream. Yeah, you bring your own M&M, signer. But yeah, that's going to do it. So, without further ado, I want to thank everybody for watching. Have yourselves a fantastic time of day, and take care. Catch you next time, guys. Goodbye. Bye-bye. Goodbye. Bye. 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 Bye-bye. Bye. Bye. Bye-bye. Bye. Bye. Bye.